Konnichiwa, everybody, and glad you made it back to this week's video. As I said in my last week's video, last year was an awesome year for games. Awesome games came out, and within those games there were awesome boss fights, like in Horizon you had Redmore, in Final Fantasy Comrades you had Bahamut, in Nier Automata you had those Devastators, but those were the mainstream games everybody played. What I'm talking about today is a pretty much underground game that came out around the summer. The game I'm talking about is Valkyria Revolution, and it's a spiritual successor to Valkyria Chronicles from back in the day when the PS3 was still big. The game is centered around land and war, like the first one is. There's a Valkyria with a contract to another king, and you are playing an anti-Valkyria squad. But the gameplay this time is a little different. It's not as strategy based as the first one was, where the main focus was to win the battle and protect the Edelweiss in every way. It's more of a Dynasty Warriors approach, and it gives you mostly a fair challenge through the whole game, well, 2/3 of the game, until it decides it won't anymore. At the last third of the game decides to be incredibly hard. The difficulty spike just skyrockets. There's some sort of twin cyber dragon, like from Yu-Gi-Oh! From back in the day, if you remember, that heals itself, and you have to figure out which head you'll have to hit, and it can be quite tricky. And the next boss is also very hard. Sometimes you have to fight alone and you don't have any comrades, and if you lose, you're gonna be put back to the briefing and you have to do the mission all over again. The game came around summertime, and yesterday I finished it. And you might think, wow, that must be a difficult game. No, it's not. The penultimate boss, Savast, is bugged. If you drain him of 75% of his life, he has a one-shot kill, which he annihilates your whole party with, and you will get set back to the briefing. He also heals himself, so I think he can heal himself up to 3 times. After every heal, he has this one-shot kill. But if he doesn't, he will wear down all of his HP, and he just won't die. The cutscene won't trigger. What I found is that if your dominance bar on the map is full, that's the blue bar on the top of the screen, this bug doesn't happen. So try to do it with the dominance bar full, meaning you have to annihilate most of your enemies on the map, which can take to 40 minutes because you have to fight through a battlefield, fight through a castle, through 2 bosses, and then you will fight Savast. And after that, the final boss, the Valkyria, is easy pickings. Because you are so buffed up for the boss, because you have to finish him quickly, you won't have any trouble dispatching of her. And it's kind of funny because the Valkyria is very awesome in this game. It's very different from the one in Valkyria Chronicles, but nonetheless very awesome. She's portrayed as this kind of Reaper character with her scythe and this very huge weapon. Everyone in the game has these huge weapons that are very unique. Every character in the game is unique and well written. Not like in the first game where your comrades, if they die, they're gone for good. No, every character in the game is canon, so they don't have permadeath. The final boss battle is pretty much a singing contest between the Valkyria and the princess, which is just this. Versus this. Can you tell from the look in our eyes? We live our lives and we're ready to die. You can run but you'll never escape. Play the game and you will see what I mean. The only real good strategy to fight Savast is to wear him down to 1/3 of his life bar. Most of the time his one-shot kill doesn't kill your whole party, so the only strategy I have is just keep healing your allies and destroy his tank parts, his legs, so he won't be able to move with rocket launchers at a distance. Equip everyone with rocket launchers, and after you destroyed all 4 of his legs, he will get down into this resting position and you can attack the core. So after that, cutscene will trigger, and I hope you will do it the first time around. After all, Valkyria Revolution isn't such a bad game. It looks awesome. It's nothing special. You have your generic characters. They say what you expect them to say. It's a land of war. They do what you expect them to do, and you should pick it up if you see it somewhere for a small buck. So anyway, guys, I'm preparing some Dissidia beta videos. So those are coming as well. Stay tuned. See you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.